All righty. Okay, we're ready to start our morning yoga. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Smile brightly. Yay! Okay, so I bought this groovy, let me first get comfortable. Welcome to Monday morning yoga. So I have bought these cards, these mudra cards, and I think for a while I'm going to go through them to teach hand mudras as part of the practice and use that as the basis for our Monday morning practice. So this morning's hand mudra is called the Kanista Mudra. I'm going to walk up to the screen so that you can see it. So if you look at it, it is our hands like in a fist facing each other with just our pinkies touching. Exactly. And so this mudra, and what I can do is I can make a picture of this and I can send it to you also by text. Oh, look, Scott's in the picture. Hi, Scott. This is my shield. I'm shielding. I'm protecting myself using my mudra card. Anyway, what I'm going to do, Simon, is I am going to, I'll make copies of these each week. You want that? Would that be helpful to you to have these? I'll just say yes, that it would be helpful.
I'll totally fine, if there a class, I bet you could show her one, since you record for YouTube videos and whatnot.
Yeah. So, so after our classes or even before, or maybe I'll send you out what the mudra of the week is going to be so that you know them and have a chance to read up on them. And I'll send that with the link to the class. Okay, so this is the Kanishta Mudra, also called the gesture of the little finger. This connects us to the earth. So I was thinking today about what the theme of the class could be. And the connection to the earth is a really nice theme because we are in the beginning of October. We are just into a change of season. The new moon just rose a couple of days ago, harvest moon. And there's nothing like the change of seasons to remind us how connected we are to what the world is doing, to what the earth is doing. And that this change of the seasons, this is going to go on from now until the end of time to eternity. And right now we don't feel like we're in fall because it's warm. And that's how it is in California. That's the other strange thing in California is how our seasons are so offset. We don't see our change of seasons really until November. And it's so hot and oftentimes fiery during this month in California. So we're reminded that our fate is really connected to what's happening with the earth. So I like that our first mudra reminds us of our connection to the earth. And it says, the living earth pulses within my being, infusing me with all of its essential qualities. So this mudra is helpful for deepening our sense of embodiment and connection to the earth. It's important for the health of our skeletal system. It's important in reducing stress and high blood pressure and supporting balanced elimination. Everybody poops. So, like we showed in the picture, you already did the gesture. You hold your hands like a fist and you hold your pinkies together. So let's do this mudra when we go into our parts of our routine where we are taking down our energy and meditating and breathing. And then remember that this connects us to the earth. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down. So why don't you go ahead and have your comfortable seat. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale, moving your back body against the back of the chair so that we can start off in a relaxed state. We're also going to, I have to check it really quickly because it's a new moon. I want to do a new breath with you. I've been researching different types of breathing and I've been keeping track of the ones that I am So this one is called, hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to do left nostril breathing, which is the moon breath, where you inhale through the left and exhale through the right. So you know how we've done the Nadi Shodhana breathing, which is the alternate nostril breathing, where we exhale and inhale out of one and exhale and inhale out of the other. Today we're going to inhale out of the left or through the left and exhale out of the right, and that is called moon breathing. And even though I'm a few days late, that breath will be also in honor of the new moon. So we'll do that today also. So go ahead and sit back again in your chair. Take our hands in that gesture. And go ahead and inhale. And remembering again, this is the Kanista Mudra, connection to the earth, gesture of the little finger, Kanista Mudra. Okay, so inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drawing your shoulders back and down, allowing them to relax as you grow your crown long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale all the way out. So let's take our hands to learn that breath. You're going to create that letter Y with your hands like we've done in the past. Okay. And if it's easier to just have just your middle finger and your pinky finger touching your base of your palm, your heel of your palm down here, that's fine, and leave your ring finger sticking out. Or if you want all three down, that's okay too. You just need to have your thumb and your pinky free. So turning that towards your face, you're going to depress your right nostril with your thumb, and you're going to inhale through your left nostril. And then exhale out of your right nostril. Switch sides, inhale out of the left. Exhale out of the right. Inhale out of the left. Exhale out of the right. Inhale through the left. Exhale out of the right. Inhale out of the left. Exhale out of the right. Inhale out of the left. Exhale out of the right. Let's do 3 more cycles of that. Inhale out of the left. Exhale out of the right. Inhale through the left. And exhale through the right. One more inhale through the left. And exhale out of the right. And then go ahead, place your hands back on your legs and just sit back and take note of the experience you have after doing that moon breath. And I'll read a little bit to you about that breath. This one stimulates the third eye, which is that point between your eyebrows, and it stimulates the throat chakra. It quiets the brain and it cools the body. So you may have noticed as you were breathing in through the left that the air that you brought in was cool air and that the air that exited out was warmer. So the next time we do a breathing sequence like that, it might be the sun breath, which is reversing, breathing in through the right and out through the left. And you can practice that on your own if you want, and notice the difference between the two. Literally, when you breathe in through the right, you're bringing in cool air and you're exiting out, or I'm sorry, warm air and exiting out cool air. It really, there is a difference between the two nostrils, and you wouldn't think there would be, but there is. So now that we're in kind of that calm state, take a moment to assess. We're at Monday. How are you feeling? The dawn of a new week. The first Monday of a new month. Let's go ahead and start with some sun salutations while we're sitting down. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward in my seat. So I guess what we'll do to create because we're doing, I'm trying to think of the best way to do them, because usually sun salutations, so we can do them standing actually. We don't have to do the whole sequence sitting. So why don't we get up out of the chair? Let's do that. That'll be a fun change for us. We're often sitting and we're always standing, or never standing when we're doing our chair yoga. So you can move your chair out to the front. So let's first start in Tabasana. Find our good, strong, tall mountain pose. And remember, with mountain pose, your shoulders are moved back over your hips. And you lift up your chin and move your back into the same space, or your head, back of your head into the same space as your shoulders. So go ahead and inhale in that and get comfortable in your standing mountain pose. Exhale. Take note of whether or not you have an open energy channel from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of the head. And then you might want to stand a little away from your chair as we head into our beginning of our sequence now. Inhale our hands up overhead. And then, you know what, I'm going to turn my chair around because I'm trying to hit the back of my chair. Sorry about that. That doesn't sound very well thought out. I apologize. Okay, inhale our hands up. And then exhale, placing your hands on the chair. Go ahead and go into your forward fold. You can place your forehead on the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Drawing the crown of your head forward, drawing your tail backwards. Exhale down. Take your right foot behind you and go ahead and drop it, knee to the floor, as we go into our first lunge of the day. Go ahead and allow your right hip to open up with your knee on the floor. Inhale. And then on your exhale, go ahead and lift your right foot up, bring your left foot back to join your right, and then go ahead and do a plank onto the chair. Rise up into upward dog, and then move back into downward facing dog. So pushing away from the chair now, fully away. Heels on the floor, tailbone to the back, stretching out the arms, hollowing out your armpits, drawing your heart center towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right foot forward. Drop your knee to the ground. And then go ahead and go into that lunge again. Allowing your hips to sink. Drop your shoulders. Go ahead and tuck your left toe on your inhale. On your exhale, bring it in. Inhale into a flat spine on top of your chair. Exhale down, placing your forehead on the chair in your forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands out to the side and overhead. And then exhale, hands to prayer at your heart center. Inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale our hands out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Place your hands on the chair. Hinge at the hips as you drop your forehead to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine, drawing the crown of your head forward, supporting yourself with your hands on the chair. Exhale, drop your crown. Take your left foot back. Drop your knee to the floor. Keeping your hands on the chair, just go ahead and do your lunge. Oh my gosh, that feels nice. Nice way to open up the day. Go ahead and tuck your toes, rise up. Take your right foot back to join your left foot. We're doing that plank. We're going to do the plank on the chair again. So lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog on the chair. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Again, in downward dog, remember, we're extending our whole body back in space, pulling our tailbone back, opening up our heart center, hollowing out the armpits, pulling our shoulders away from our ears. Inhale. And then on your exhale, take your left foot forward, drop your right knee, and then go ahead and go back into that lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your right foot forward to join your left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down, placing your forehead on the chair. And then inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands to prayer. So let's do two more of those, because you never just do one sun salutation. You always do a couple. And I can see that the sun is rising outside of my window, so we are indeed greeting the day by doing some sun salutations. So inhale. Exhale our hands down, then inhale our hands up, high to the ceiling. Exhale, hands out to the side as we swan dive forward. Place our hands on the chair, hinge forward, allow your forehead to fall to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale back down, take your right foot back in space. Drop your knee, draw your shoulders down your back as you allow your hips to kind of sink towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your toes, lift up your right knee. Bring your left back to join the right. Lower down to the chair, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Extending your arms long and wide, hollowing out the armpits. Drawing your sits bones backwards. Lots of nice extension. Enjoy all of that extension. Take your right foot, bring it up towards the chair. Drop your left knee. Keep your hands on the chair. Draw your shoulders back and down as you allow your hips to sink to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes and bring your left foot up to join the right. Exhale down. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale your forehead to the chair. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to prayer at your heart center. Inhale. Exhale your hands down, then inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair, drop your forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take your left foot back and drop your knee. Keeping your hands on the chair, drop your shoulders, allow your hips to fall down. Rising up your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes. Take your right foot back to join your left, so we're like in a plank. Now, if it's easier for you to like bend your knees, And place your forehead on the chair like this, and then rise up like this instead of doing that full plank. That's totally okay. And then tuck your toes, lift up your hips, and move back into downward facing dog. I think I've forgotten where we're at in the sequence. We're on the left side, right? Inhale. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, bring your left foot forward. Drop your right knee. And go ahead. Bring your shoulders back and down as you allow your hips to sink. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your right toes, lift up your knee. Bring your knee to join your left foot, or bring your right foot to join your left foot. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale down, placing your forehead on the chair. And then inhale, hands out to the side and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Last one, third one. Inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale our hands out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Placing your hands on the chair. Allow your forehead to drop to the chair in your forward fold. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your right foot back in space. Dropping your knee to the ground, keeping your hands on the chair. Allow your hips to fall down and sink down as you draw your shoulders back and down, rising up your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, take your left foot back to join your right. I'm going to go ahead and do that modified plank. Go ahead and lower your forehead to the chair, and then on the inhale, rise up your arms. So it's kind of modified, so our knees are on the ground. We've risen up our chest, our hands are both touching the chair, and then tuck your left toes, and then pull your hips back in space, moving back to that downward facing dog. So pushing your hip bones back, your sit bones back rather, extending your space of your arms, allowing space for your heart center to fall down to the floor. Take your right foot forward, drop your left knee to the floor. Go ahead and draw your shoulders back and down as you allow your hips to move forward. And then go ahead. On the inhale, bring your left foot to join your right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. And then inhale right all the way up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Stand there for a moment while I grab my earpiece that just fell out of my ear. Okay. Inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing our hands on the chair. Drop our forehead. Inhaling into a flat spine. Exhale, drop our forehead again. Take our left foot back in space, dropping it to the ground, using the chair for leverage, keeping our hands on the chair. Allow our hips to sink as we draw our shoulders back and down. Oh, hi. Tuck our toes. Are you able to see what's going on? Everything's okay?
Yeah, just spotty connection and all.
Oh, okay, okay. So take our left foot to join our right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. I just lost my inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, and inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forehead to the chair. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale our left foot back. Drop our knee to the floor. Bring our right knee back to join the left. Keeping our hands on the chair. Go ahead and lower Chaturanga Dandasana and rise up into upward facing jog. Tuck our toes, move our hips back in space, and go back into our downward facing dog. Oh, and just enjoy the rest of your dog there. Take our left foot forward, drop our knee to the floor, allow our hips to kind of sink forward as we draw our shoulders down. Tuck our left toes, bring them back to join our right. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale our forehead down. Inhale, rise our hands all the way up. And then exhale back, hands to heart center. So that is our sequence today of our sun salutation. So I'm going to try to do, I've joined a sun salutation challenge. So I think we're going to get really good at sun salutations because I'm going to make sure that every single practice has sun salutations in it. So go ahead and find your way back to your chair, sitting down. Oh, I think I lost him. Oh, spotty connection. Well, I'll keep recording it and I'll send it to him. Inhale our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a moment to assess how you feel. You've done a little bit of movement, a little bit of opening up of the body to greet the new day. We're reminded that we're connected to the earth. Sun salutations are a wonderful way to remind us of that. Let's go ahead and continue with that forward folding theme. We widen our legs, move up to the front of our chair. Inhale our hands up in space. Exhale, fall between our legs. Don't overextend the back. So I wouldn't fold all the way forward yet this morning. Place our hands on our feet. Extend forward, drawing the crown of our head forward. And then exhale, go ahead and drop the crown, but keep your body just kind of in alignment with the sides. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Placing our hands on our feet, dropping our crown. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands out to the side. And then exhale, hands to prayer at the heart center. One more inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Laying across the legs that are open. Drop the crown. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, down. I think I'm going to make space for him to come back by unlocking the room. So let me check the security and make sure that the waiting room is off. Okay. All right, there. I'm going to go ahead and send Simon a message and tell him that the waiting room is open. Okay. All right then. So let's go ahead and do some seated spinal twists. And let's do it by crossing our legs over today. So place your right hand firmly on the floor on the block in front of your chair like I have. Take your left leg and just cross it over. And then draw your left leg up to your right shoulder. Just feel that opening of that stretch. Oh my goodness, I'm a little tight. I'm doing a lot of yoga lately, and you think that would totally open me up, but it doesn't always. Oh, look, Steve's back. Hi, Steve. Listen to him talking to us first thing in the morning. Go ahead and allow your leg to drop on top of your right leg. Take your left hand on the chair behind you. Take your right hand on the outside of your left knee and just start gently twisting to the left. I don't want you using your arms to make the twist. I want you to use your body. Your arms are just there to support you. And just keep on twisting to the left, drawing the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale, and then exhale, turn forward. Hi, you're back. Put your left foot on the left side. So we're just doing seated twist right now, okay? So place your left foot on the left block, take your right leg and cross it over your left, and then draw your knee up towards your left shoulder. And sitting up nice and tall, feel that stretch along the outside of your right hip. Oh. I'll send you this recording so that you can be refreshed of what's on it. You'll be able to hear me. You'll mostly see you because right now you're in the center of the camera. Since you came back, it puts you front and center. Okay, so drawing that, just enjoying that stretch. And then go ahead and release your right leg down to just sit crossed on top of your left leg. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee, and then just reach behind and grab any part of your chair. And like I said, don't use your arms to make the twist happen. Twist with your body. Your arms are just kind of there supporting you. But turn to the right now, drawing your right shoulder back, drawing your left shoulder forward, and just enjoy this easy twist first thing in the morning. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's return to neutral, to the front. Let's do a couple of Ardha Chandrasanas. Those are called half moon poses. And half moon is like we're creating a crescent with our body. So move your body to the right of your chair. Place your hand on the left part of your chair, on the left side where there's still some seat left. Take your right hand out to the side, and then on your exhale, bring it up alongside your right ear and curl to the left. Keeping your right hip tacked on the chair, stretching, stretching, stretching. One more inhale. And then exhale, rise up. Place your right hand on the chair. Move over to the left side of the chair. Place your right hand on the chair. Take your left hand out to the left and arm up alongside your left ear, and then curl to your right. So I know on the camera it looks like you're going left, and it looks like I'm going right, or the other way around. We have this mirror image going on, or this opposite of the mirror. Oh my gosh. So one more inhale, and then exhale. Place our hand down, move to the center of the chair. Let's inhale our hands up, and then exhale our hands down. Today we're all about slow moving and breathing. Inhale the hands out and up. Exhale them down. And let's inhale them out and up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Place our hands on our thighs. Let's bring our shoulders down, intentionally down our back as we grow our crown long, creating lots of space, creating strength and length in our body. Let's do some neck rolls. So drop your chin to your chest on your inhale or your exhale. On your inhale, bring your head to the right, bring it to the back, and then exhale it to the left side and down. Inhale it to the right, bringing it to the back, exhaling, left and down. Inhaling it to the right. At the back, change it to an exhale and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to the right. When you arrive at the back, change to an exhale to the left and down. Let's reverse the order. Inhale to the left. When you arrive at the back, exhale to the right. If you feel any sense of being stuck, continue along, inhaling to the left. If you feel any sense of being stuck, continue to draw your shoulders down and reopen up that energy in your neck and in your upper back. It totally works. One of the mistakes we make when we feel stuck is kind of drawing our shoulders up to the ears. But when we bring them down, we create all this space. It's so opposite of what we always end up doing under stress. Inhale, go ahead and rise your head up to neutral. Did you do 4 rotations on the left side? Yeah, okay. All right, so now we're just gonna create some space. So go ahead and move to the left of your chair again. Place your right hand on your chair. Push your hand down into the chair as you draw your head towards your left shoulder. All we're doing is creating space. Dropping that right shoulder as much as you can as you draw your ear towards your left shoulder. And just breathe evenly and calmly while you're doing that. One more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and rise up, move your body to the right. Place your left hand on the seat. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder as you draw your left shoulder down. And just continue to breathe evenly and deeply. Creating as much space as you can. One more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and rise up. So I like poses that we can do with our arms to allow us to concentrate. That's what chair yoga also is nice for, is learning ways that we can concentrate. So why don't we take our hands in reverse prayer behind our back? So move our hands out to the sides like we're swimming and then bring them up. So drop our hands down with the backs of our hands towards our hips and then rise them up to the center of the back. Now, if you're able to go into prayer in the back, this is what it will look like. If you're not able to do that, just place your hands like on your back like this. But let's just have our hands on our back and draw our shoulders back, draw our elbows back in space, and just sit there for a moment with that experience. Find a place that you can look at beyond, off in the distance, and just concentrate. And just breathe evenly and deeply as you look out in the distance. Very nice. One more inhale. And then exhale, you can release your hands down. And then I'm going to introduce you to Gamukasana. I know that I've introduced you before to it, but I may not have ever stepped you through it. So in Gamukasana, what we're basically doing is we're clasping our hands behind us, one overhead and one under. So I'm going to turn around again so you can see what that looks like. So with Gamukasana, can you see my backside good? Okay, so you're going to take your right hand up towards your ear. So your elbow is alongside your right ear. And your left arm, you're going to, how we just did that reverse prayer, we're going to take that same arm, swim it behind us, bring it down, and rise it up. Now you can use a strap to do this, and I could go grab one if you want me to show you. Or you can just grab your shirt. And then you take this hand like you're going to pat your back. And if you want, you can grab your shirt on either side and just kind of pull against your shirt to create some tension. Or if you're really awesome, you can actually reach and clasp your fingers together. So this is Gamukasana, which means cow face. So we're going to just sit. You're in it, dude. We're just going to sit in cow face pose. And what I want you to do is move your head back so that it rests against your forearm that's up top, and just get into that pose. Normally this is done on the floor with our feet crossed over each other. So you could take your left leg and you could just cross it over your right leg. And we can add this to our Wednesday morning gentle yoga on the floor. Since we'll be on the floor anyway, we can bring elements from chair yoga into that class. And then you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that. Cool. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's unravel out of that. Allow our hands down gently because that's quite a shoulder stretcher. Go ahead and wiggle your arms out. Woo-hoo. Take your left arm up alongside your left ear. Take your right arm out like you're swimming behind you and travel your hand up your back. And then take your left hand and pat the top of your back. Now, these two don't meet on this side for me. I don't have the same mobility of this arm and and that other shoulder. It's just not the same. So you know what? We just do what we can. So I'm just going to grab my shirt in either direction. I'm going to grab my shirt and use that instead of clasping my hands. And I'm going to take my right leg and cross it over my left. And I'm just going to rest my arm, my head against my forearm, my left forearm. And again, find a place to look off in the distance. One more inhale. And then exhale, gently release that down. Wiggle out your arms because you've really stretched out your shoulders there. And then we're going to do seated pigeon. Because, you know, we've worked our shoulders, we've twisted, we've done a little bit of hip opening, but now we're going to do a little bit more hip opening. We'll start on the right side because the right side is my side that isn't as open. So go ahead and take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee. And initially, you can just sit up nice and tall and allow that knee to just gradually open up. I'm going to move my blocks back a little bit. You continue in your position. All right, so sitting like so, you might place your right hand underneath your knee to support it. Draw your pinky toes, your baby pinky toe back towards your knee. And when you do that, if you have any tension on the outside of that knee, it really alleviates it because it activates this muscle. They call it like a racing stripe, but this muscle up alongside your calf, it activates it, which creates stability for that knee. So go ahead and just sit like that with your foot flexed, with your knee out to the side. And then when you feel ready, you can start to just move your heart center forward, which starts to open up that hip. And some days it opens easier than others, but we're first thing in the morning here, so I'm a little stiff. I'm always a little stiff in the morning. And just move your heart center forward as you sit here in this cross-legged pose. And just focus on that. Focus on drawing the heart center forward, drawing the crown forward. You don't have to fold over your leg. That's not required. But by doing this, you are opening that hip. You are encouraging it to gently open. And you'll notice that while I'm in this, over time, by just breathing and relaxing, I'm allowing my edges to soften, and I'm allowing my body to just move into this stretch on its own. On your inhale, go ahead and rise up. Feel the difference when you put that foot down. It might feel more open on that hip now. So take your left ankle, cross it over your right leg. Same thing. If you need to support that knee, go ahead and do that. This is my open side, so I never have any pain on this side. Everybody's got one side that's better than the other. So inhale, grow your spine long, drawing your crown up to the ceiling. And then your exhale, start to hinge. Continue to flex your foot so that you're drawing your left toes back towards your knee. And draw your heart center forward. And you just stop where your body tells you to stop. You don't try to force it. And you just sit here in it, breathing in and out. And in doing so, you're gently allowing your hip to open, gently allowing your body to unfold. Continuing to open this hip through the deep breath, inhaling gently in and out. There's no way to force the body to open. You just have to allow it to unfold on its own. And then when you feel ready, inhale, rise up. And exhale, place your left foot back down next to your right. Let's inhale our hands out and up. Exhale them out and down, creating length in the spine. Inhale them out and up. Exhale them out and down. And then inhale them out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Move back into that pose. And then I'm going to encourage you again to take the Kanista Mudra, which was the finger, the two pinkies next to each other. And go ahead and sit back in your chair, resting your shoulders against your chair. The Kanista Mudra reminding us that we are connected to this earth. Reminding us that the rhythm of the planet is part of the rhythm of life. And as we head into fall, we start to think about the things that prepare us for this season. So you can continue to maintain this mudra, or if you want, you can place your hands on top of your thighs. And I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and head into the fall experience with me. So this is the harvest season. The plants have grown all summer long. The crops have grown tall. And in the harvest season, they cut down the wheat, cut the corn down, start to close down the crops, the fields in preparation for winter. So imagine this is the time, and there's a lot of preparation going on if you live in farm country, right? A lot of milling of flours and canning of fruits and vegetables, preparing foods to go into the cellar to make it through what could be a long winter. Kind of like the squirrels storing all their nuts in preparation for winter. You might remember that from when you lived up here in the mountains. So fall is a time of preparation to get ready for winter. So imagine that experience as the days are getting shorter. You've noticed that it takes longer to get light in the morning. Like right now, it's 7 o'clock and it's finally become light. It's getting darker earlier by about 6:30 now. It's pretty dark. And pretty soon we'll change our clocks. Falling behind, getting an extra hour of sleep. Rising in the morning with the sun rising earlier, but the sun setting earlier by 5 p.m. And our activities begin to change because we don't have the daylight. So we have to finish things earlier, settle in earlier. And that change of the seasons, the change of how much available sunlight we have is a reminder that we're heading into the shorter days and colder days of winter. Imagine meals that are prepared with that in mind, winter stews and warm breads. Imagine chilly mornings with hot coffee, hot cocoa, hot tea. Fill yourself with the smells of the fall. Crunchy leaves. Cinnamon, ginger, cloves. Maybe the smell of apples cooking. Your mom will laugh, pumpkin spice. Just imagine that you're just embracing the fall season, embracing these experiences. Imagine what the sun is now like. I don't know if you've noticed the shift in the sunlight. It's not as intense. The fall and winter sun is a bit muted. The sun sits lower in the sky. The rays are not as intense. And I don't know about you, but that kind of change in the sunlight brings a bit of a calm to me. It serves as yet another reminder that it's okay to slow down. So just sit here in this experience for a moment, taking it all in. When you feel ready, come back and join me in the present. Go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears and back down. Maybe just kind of create a little bit of gentle movement with the body to wake it back up. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale our hands out and out. Exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. Exhale them out and down. And then inhale our hands out and up. Bringing them down to the third eye. Bringing them down to the throat chakra because that is also stimulated with this mudra. Bringing them down to Anahata, the heart center. And then go ahead and create your Kanishta Mudra again. Maybe bring it down closer to the ribs. I like how this practice worked out, that we focused on elements of the earth. We're connected to the earth. we move in sequence or with the earth. What the earth does affects us, and what we do affects the earth. As you head into the rest of your day, the first of the week, I invite you, when you need those moments, to reflect back on our season that we're heading into, fall. Do a little visual meditation for yourself. Breathe in and out deeply. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. The light in me joins the light in you. Namaste.